Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Brady Wyrick,
I'm Jason Rosen.
and we are the Zyme guys, and once again we are
Yes, we are.
joined with our friend Jeff Thurston.
How are you?
How are you, Jeff?
Microbiologist, beekeeper, maple syrup man, jack of all trades, and also master of a few.
Nice. So we've covered the first two probiotics that are in the 30-day detox. We're going to wrap it up with the last one, which is TruFlora. And once again, I'm gonna stop talking and let Jeff take it away. So Jeff, tell us about TruFlora.
TruFlora is an interesting probiotic. It's primarily organisms that work in the small intestine. There's only 3 in there. There are no bifidobacteria, and the organisms are Lactobacillus plantarum, Lactobacillus salivarius, and Bacillus coagulans. Now, Bacillus coagulans used to be called Lactobacillus sporogenes, and there's years and years and years of data on that. And then the Burgess manual decided to reclassify it as Bacillus coagulans, which was in the first 2 or 3 versions. So nomenclature aside, it's a spore organism. So it has a very different way of getting through the stomach. It's a spore. It has very specific research behind it, as all the organisms do. And curiously, because it was you don't need quite as many spore formers as you do of the Lactobacillus and or bifidobacteria. So it's only a 15 billion strength product, and there was room in the capsule, and we knew that we could add some enzymes in there, and those enzymes are in there specifically for people who have problematic yeast. So what this product can help is when yeast is in the air all the time. We're always breathing. It's always around. But sometimes you end up with some stress or take an antibiotic or something happens to you, and then all of a sudden the yeast can become, it starts to send out little roots. Let me just put it that way. And then it becomes a problem for some people. Well, the enzymes in there are designed to try to break those little roots down, if you will. Technically, there's beta glucanase to go after the glucans and in the yeast. And anyway, so it's designed to do that. And the organism that we chose in there are really aggressive consumers of sugar. Lactobacillus plantarum and salivarius are terrific. And one is much more aggressive at going after, say, glucose, and another more after sucrose. So they all have different sugars that they break down more readily. So what you've done is we've created a product that's going to have some impact on some problematic yeast. We're going to have organisms in there going to consume the sugar that yeast really likes to grow on. So it starts to make it weak, and then the lactic acid that's produced by these organisms can then help create an environment it doesn't like, and out it goes. But one has to remember, a yeast is this big, like my desktop, and a bacterium is the size of a golf ball sitting on that tabletop. So if you push out a big guy, you leave a lot of space, so you need to put a lot of little guys in. So what we like to recommend for, particularly with the 30-day gut reset, is to use the TruFlora as the biocleansing probiotic, if you will. And then you use the other ones, either the Theralac or the TruBifido, as your bioreplenishing probiotic. So what you're doing is drive them out and recolonize. So we just, I like to say, because when you can buy it in 3 cards with 10 capsules on each card, is to take 5 of the TruFlora for 1 day, and then the next 5 days you take a different product. The next 5 days you take a third one. Then you go back to TruFlora, clean, and then you recolonize with the other 2. And there's your 30 days is done that way. So you can clean and recolonize and basically reset your gut, because not only are you cleaning out yeast, but you're also out competing some of the other guys that are down there. And then actually the probiotics are like the police. They put things back in order, and now your body can go back to its normal, which is different than my normal.
Wow.
Yeah, beautiful explanation. I love that we get to touch a little bit into the enzymes, which, plenty more to come on that.
Nothing works without enzymes.
Yes.
But really, the one thing that, Brady, you tell your patients, number one, the first and most important thing they need to do is eat alkaline foods, high fiber alkaline foods. If you want greater biodiversity in your gut, the best way to get that is to have the greatest diversity of fruits and fibers that you can possibly have. Because a sugar will increase one organism, a different sugar, another organism. The ingredient they put in a lot of processed foods. It helps in the stability, whether they're processed cold or processed hot, and it's called trehalose. And it's not called trehalose on a lot of these packages, but it's in white chocolate, it's in a lot of processed foods. And it really, as a sugar, it's like 2 glucose units with a specific bond, is used a lot for people with some, that need some, a real rush of brain energy, or energy for their brain. Trehalose is absolutely critical for a grasshopper to jump or a shrimp to flick out of danger. It's instant energy. But for some people, it's making diarrhea worse.
Right.
So you have an organism in particular, Lactobacillus salivarius, which is in TruFlora, is a really aggressive consumer of trehalose. So it is something that you can take with some processed foods that are going to help reduce some of the sugars that you're going to get into food. But if you eliminate sugars from your diet, you're going to have a much better, healthier microbiome and much healthier immune system and much more regularity and everything else.
Yeah, we can go on and on about that.
Sure. Well, gentlemen, this has been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you guys joining me today. Jeff, you're going to be a regular fixture here, I hope.
Yes, definitely.
Not going anywhere now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, I appreciate it. It's been awesome. And thank you, everyone. We'll see you on the next video.
Okay.
Sounds great. Thanks, everyone, for joining.